Starting an electrical business requires careful planning and execution. Here's advice on mistakes to avoid, what it takes to succeed, and general guidance for building a thriving company. Firstly, underestimating startup costs is a common pitfall. Meticulously calculate all expenses, including equipment, marketing materials, insurance policies, vehicle and overhead, to ensure you possess sufficient capital to operate. Consider that these may be higher than expected. Secondly, ignoring the importance of business planning can be detrimental. Create a comprehensive business plan outlining your objectives, strategies, and financial forecasts. This plan will serve as a roadmap for your business. Thirdly, avoid overextending yourself early on. Begin with a smaller scope and gradually expand as you acquire experience and establish a reliable client base. Don't take on more than you can handle. Fourthly, neglecting marketing and networking can hinder growth. Invest in marketing initiatives and participate in industry events to promote your services and cultivate professional relationships. This is how to bring in new clients. Fifthly, overlooking safety regulations poses significant risks. Prioritize safety protocols and strictly adhere to all electrical codes and regulations to minimize liability and protect yourself and your clients. Ignoring these codes can lead to major liability. To succeed, you must have technical expertise, including a strong understanding of electrical principles and code compliance, as outlined in the National Electrical Code, or NEC. Familiarize yourself with articles such as 210.8, which discusses ground fault circuit interrupter protection for personnel, and 250.122, addressing equipment grounding conductor sizing. It is important to develop business acumen by acquiring skills in financial management, marketing, and project management. Efficiently manage your finances, market your services effectively, and oversee projects from beginning to end. Customer service is also important. Provide excellent customer service, respond promptly to inquiries, and cultivate strong relationships with your clientele. Good customer service will ensure future jobs. Moreover, time management and organization are very important. Effectively manage multiple projects concurrently and consistently meet deadlines. Time management and organization will ensure your success. Dedicate yourself to continuous education to stay abreast of industry advancements and best practices. Keep up with the latest technologies, codes, and techniques to remain competitive. Consider joining a trade association to network with other electricians, access industry resources, and stay informed about industry trends. Becoming a member of a trade association is a great way to gain knowledge. Construct a robust referral network by encouraging satisfied customers to recommend your services to others. A strong referral network will bring in consistent business. Consider specializing in a niche area of electrical work, such as solar panel installation or residential renovations. A niche market can help you become an expert. Differentiate your services by offering unique services or value propositions to distinguish yourself from competitors. Stand out by providing something different. Seek mentorship from an experienced master electrician who can provide guidance and support as you navigate the industry. A mentor can help guide you to success. Don't neglect the business aspects of your operation. Pay close attention to invoicing, accounting practices, and insurance coverage to ensure financial stability. Be patient and persistent. Building a successful electrical business takes time and effort. Stay focused on your objectives, network with other professionals, and constantly strive for improvement. The NEC, published by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, is a crucial resource for electrical contractors. It is updated every 3 years, so it is important to have the latest edition. Familiarize yourself with its structure, which is divided into chapters, articles, and sections. Chapter 1 covers general requirements, including definitions and rules for electrical installations. Chapter 2 addresses wiring and protection, including overcurrent protection, grounding, and wiring methods. Chapter 3 focuses on wiring methods and materials such as cables, raceways, and conductors. Chapter 4 covers equipment for general use, including appliances, lighting, and motors. Chapter 5 addresses special occupancies, such as hazardous locations and healthcare facilities. Chapter 6 covers special equipment, such as electric signs and elevators. Chapter 7 addresses special conditions, such as emergency systems and fire alarms. Chapter 8 deals with communications systems, such as telephone and data networks. Chapter 9 contains tables and examples to aid in the application of the code. It is important to understand how to use these tables to determine conductor ampacity, conduit fill, and other parameters. The NEC includes numerous tables for determining conductor ampacity based on conductor size, insulation type, and ambient temperature. For example, Table 310.15b16 provides ampacity ratings for insulated conductors rated up to 2000 volts based on an ambient temperature of 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. The ampacity of a conductor is the maximum current, measured in amps, that it can carry continuously without exceeding its temperature rating. The NEC also contains tables for determining conduit fill, which is the percentage of the cross-sectional area of a conduit that is occupied by conductors. The maximum allowable conduit fill depends on the type of conduit and the number of conductors it contains. For example, Table 1 of Chapter 9 specifies the maximum percentage fill for different types of conduit. Grounding is a critical aspect of electrical safety. The NEC requires all electrical systems to be properly grounded to provide a low impedance path for fault current to return to the source, minimizing the risk of electric shock. Article 250 of the NEC covers grounding and bonding requirements. It specifies the size and type of grounding conductors, as well as the methods for grounding equipment and systems. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. When the current in a circuit exceeds the rating of the overcurrent protection device, it will trip, interrupting the flow of current and preventing damage to the circuit. Article 240 of the NEC covers overcurrent protection. It specifies the requirements for selecting and installing overcurrent protection devices. Wiring methods refer to the ways in which electrical conductors are installed and protected. The NEC recognizes various wiring methods, including rigid metal conduit, electrical metallic tubing, non-metallic conduit, and cable assemblies. Each wiring method has its own set of installation requirements. Chapter 3 of the NEC covers wiring methods and materials. It specifies the types of conductors and raceways that are permitted for different applications, as well as the methods for supporting and securing them. Electrical equipment must be properly listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories, or UL. Listing and labeling indicate that the equipment has been tested and found to comply with applicable safety standards. Article 110 of the NEC covers general requirements for electrical installations, including listing and labeling requirements. It specifies that all electrical equipment must be installed in accordance with its listing and labeling. Understanding electrical theory is essential for any electrician. This includes knowledge of voltage, current, resistance, and power. Voltage, measured in volts, is the electrical potential difference between 2 points. Current, measured in amps, is the flow of electrical charge. Resistance, measured in ohms, is the opposition to the flow of current. Power, measured in watts, is the rate at which electrical energy is used. Ohm's law describes the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. It states that voltage equals current times resistance, or volts equals amps times ohms. This formula can be used to calculate any of the three variables if the other two are known. For example, if the voltage across a resistor is 12 volts and the resistance is 4 ohms, the current flowing through the resistor is 3 amps, calculated as 12 volts divided by 4 ohms. Power is calculated by multiplying voltage by current, or watts equals volts times amps. For example, if a circuit has a voltage of 120 volts and a current of 10 amps, the power consumed by the circuit is 1200 watts, calculated as 120 volts times 10 amps. Understanding three-phase power is also important for commercial and industrial electricians. Three-phase power is a type of alternating current power that uses three conductors to deliver power to a load. It is more efficient than single-phase power for large loads. Common three-phase voltages include 208 volts, 240 volts, and 480 volts. In a three-phase system, the voltage between any two conductors is called the line-to-line voltage, while the voltage between any conductor and neutral is called the line-to-neutral voltage. For example, in a 208-volt three-phase system, the line-to-line voltage is 208 volts, while the line-to-neutral voltage is 120 volts. It is important to understand how to calculate the current in a three-phase circuit. The formula for calculating the current depends on whether the load is balanced or unbalanced. A balanced load is one in which the current is the same in all three phases. An unbalanced load is one in which the current is different in each phase. In addition to technical knowledge, it is important to develop strong communication and interpersonal skills. Electricians must be able to communicate effectively with clients, contractors, and other members of the construction team. They must also be able to listen carefully to client needs and provide clear and concise explanations of their work. It is also important to be organized and detail-oriented. Electricians must be able to manage multiple projects simultaneously and keep track of all the details. They must also be able to follow instructions carefully and ensure that their work is done correctly. Starting an electrical business requires a significant investment of time and money. Before starting your business, it is important to develop a solid business plan. This plan should include a detailed analysis of your target market, your competitive landscape, and your financial projections. It should also include a marketing plan and an operations plan. Obtaining the necessary licenses and insurance is essential for operating an electrical business legally and safely. Electrical contractors are typically required to be licensed by the state or local government. The requirements for licensure vary depending on the jurisdiction. In addition to a license, electrical contractors should also carry liability insurance and workers' compensation insurance. Liability insurance protects the business from financial losses in the event of an accident or injury. Workers' compensation insurance protects employees who are injured on the job. Investing in the right tools and equipment is essential for providing quality electrical services. Electricians need a variety of tools, including wire strippers, pliers, screwdrivers, voltage testers, and conduit benders. They also need specialized equipment such as ladders, scaffolding, and trenchers. Managing finances effectively is critical for the success of an electrical business. This includes tracking income and expenses, preparing financial statements, and managing cash flow. It is also important to set prices that are competitive but also profitable. Promoting your business effectively is essential for attracting new customers. There are many ways to market an electrical business, including advertising, networking, and online marketing. Advertising can include print ads, radio ads, and television ads. Networking can involve attending industry events and joining business organizations. Online marketing can include creating a website, using social media, and using search engine optimization. Providing excellent customer service is essential for retaining customers and generating referrals. This includes being responsive to customer inquiries, providing timely and reliable service, and resolving complaints promptly. It is also important to build strong relationships with customers by being friendly and professional. Staying up to date on industry trends and technologies is essential for remaining competitive. This includes attending industry conferences, reading trade publications, and taking continuing education courses. It is also important to invest in new technologies such as energy-efficient lighting and smart home systems. Safety should always be a top priority for electrical contractors. This includes following all safety regulations, providing employees with proper training, and using appropriate safety equipment. It is also important to conduct regular safety inspections and address any hazards promptly. Building a successful electrical business takes time, effort, and dedication. By following these tips, you can increase your chances of success. Remember to prioritize safety, provide excellent customer service, and stay up to date on industry trends. Financial management is crucial. Carefully track all income and expenses, prepare accurate financial statements, and manage your cash flow effectively to avoid financial instability. Secure adequate insurance coverage, including general liability, professional liability, and workers' compensation to protect your business from potential risks. Invoicing should be prompt and accurate. Submit invoices to clients promptly after completing work and ensure they are clear, detailed, and accurate to facilitate timely payments. Legal compliance is essential. Comply with all applicable federal, state, and local laws and regulations, including those related to licensing, permitting, and safety. Finally, seek continuous improvement. Regularly evaluate your business practices, identify areas for improvement, and implement changes to enhance efficiency and customer satisfaction. Building strong relationships with suppliers and subcontractors is beneficial. Establish positive relationships with suppliers to ensure access to quality materials at competitive prices and with subcontractors to expand your service capabilities and meet project demands. Embrace technology to streamline operations. Utilize software and apps for tasks such as estimating, project management, scheduling, and invoicing to improve efficiency and accuracy. Develop a strong online presence. Create a professional website and utilize social media platforms to promote your services, showcase your expertise, and engage with potential clients. Effective time management is crucial for maximizing productivity. Prioritize tasks, set realistic deadlines, and avoid procrastination to ensure projects are completed on time and within budget. Resolve conflicts promptly and professionally. Address any conflicts or disputes with clients, employees, or suppliers in a timely and respectful manner to maintain positive relationships. Monitor key performance indicators, or KPIs, to track your progress and identify areas for improvement. Regularly review metrics such as revenue, profit margin, customer satisfaction, and project completion rates. Remember that building a successful electrical business is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay focused on your long-term goals, remain adaptable to change, and never stop learning and growing.